Hi guys, good evening. So right now I'm gonna present to you about I will share to you about the basic office network diagram and all the fundamentals of networking, and that's all. First is basic office network diagram. So what is basic office network diagram? So it is a basic small office network. Starts with the internet connection, going into the router. The router is then connected to a switch using an internet cable. From the switch, and multiple LAN cables connect to the office devices such as PC1, PC2, and PC3. And the server, the layout, this layout allows all computers to communicate with each other and also access the internet. The router acts as the main gateway, while the switch distributes the connection to every devices in the network. Once again, the router acts the main gateway, and the switch distributes the connection to every devices in the network. So, let's proceed to devices and their function. So, devices and their function and their purpose, or the purpose. The router connects the local office network to the internet and servers as the default gateway for all the devices. So it manages traffic, provides security through firewall features, and it can assign IP address automatically when the DHCP is enabled. So the switch connects multiple devices within the same network and intelligently forwards data to the correct destination using MAC addresses, so helping improve speed and reduce unnecessary traffic. The computer or client is the device used by employees to perform tasks such as browsing the web, accessing files, and sending requests to servers. So the server is a central computer that source shared data, manage user accounts, and also provides important service like a file sharing application database to all clients in the network. IP addressing. IP addressing allows each device in the network to be identified when the DHCP is used. The router automatically will assign IP addresses to connect devices, making configuration easier and faster for users. So this IP address may change over time. On the other hand, so static IP addressing requires manual configuration and is usually used for servers and important devices because the addressing remains fixed and does not change. For example, regular PC may receive dynamic addresses like 192.168.110 or 192.168.111 through the DHCP, while a server may use static IP such as 192.168.111 for consistent and access devices. Lastly is how data packets flow inside the network. So when a user opens a website on PC1, the computers sends a data request to the default gateway, which is the router. The switch first forwards this data from PC1 to the router. The router then sends the request to the internet. Once the web server responds, the data travels back through the router and it is passed to the switch, which delivers it to PC1 for the internal communication, such as sending file from PC1 to PC2. So the switch handles data transfer directly without sending it to the internet, making the process faster and more efficient. Conclusion. Lastly, a small office network user a router and switch to link all computers and servers efficiently. So DHCP makes IP assignment easier for regular users, while static IP ensures stable and reliable access to important devices such as servers. With correct setup and configuration, data flows smoothly, ensuring fast communication and reliable network performance. And that's all. I hope you like it, and thank you for listening.